All right, y'all. It's here. The first one is here, and we are here with Mr. Smooth himself.
What's going on? What's going on?
We are TS Visuals. Welcome to the Business Storytelling Series, and we got our smoothest guest, Mr. Smooth himself, Tavon, with SmoothTheLabel.
Much appreciated, much appreciated.
Tell us about yourself, just people let them know who you are.
Yeah, a very small introduction of me. Let's see. Born in Brooklyn, raised in Pennsylvania. I got to give a shout out to PA, shout out to the 610.
Shout out PA.
Fun fact, I really don't claim New York too much, only because I wasn't there for too long, and I don't like to be a little imposter.
Okay.
So much respect.
You don't want to be like,
Yeah, let's see, Caribbean, Southern American background, streaming in from shout out Panama, shout out Guyana, shout out Trinidad, big ups to themselves. But I'm a middle child. So you know how that go growing up. Raised primarily middle child, so that was cool. Been in Tampa's been home for about 8 years now. So I definitely got to show love to 813. You can't even act like I can't deny it. Sewing, as far as cutting, so this has been happening for about 5-6 years now, ideally, which goes into this very monumental piece right here.
What is this? Tell us about this right here.
So this is kind of like the start of it all, essentially, the way that this one worked is. This is my mother's sewing machine that she handed down to me.
Shout out to mama.
Yeah, so this is when I was early on, I was starting into vinyl and everything too, before I got into the cut and sew. And then, cause she used to make bows, growing up, she used to have a business too where she would do bows and all kind of sewing your pieces together, the whole lineup. So I always see that all the time. So it was working with fabric and having tools always just accessible and around. And then when she started seeing me taking into that, she was like, hey, you want to use this? Hey, can I borrow this and everything too? So I had knocked out my first pair of pants from that was back in, I want to say 2019-ish, 2020.
Okay.
And then it just kind of took off from there. So this is definitely the start of it all.
Was it a learning process?
Absolutely. Absolutely. But she was there, so it was cool. Between her and YouTube University, I was just this is what I gotta do.
YouTube University, that's how you know it.
YouTube brought me a long, long way. A lot of trial and error too. A lot of my earlier pieces was just horrible. It was so bad. But I would say this, I thought I was the greatest designer ever.
Okay,
I feel like
you're not wrong.
Yeah, I feel like that's a very important piece, even though they look crazy, but yeah, shout out to this piece. But that's kind of starting background of everything too, for sure, yeah.
All right, so what would you say inspired SmoothTheLabel?
What inspired? Boredom, honestly. Boredom and loneliness.
Okay.
Only because of the simple fact that when I first moved here, it was my junior year, but it was the last month of junior year. So back in high school, everybody's pretty much clicked up and everything, summer plans, everything's all set. So that first month I was I don't really care to make too much friends and anything. So that summer it was just me.
Just you.
Just dolo, no plans, no setup or anything too. So it was just I had nothing else to do. And the reason why Smooth kind of started back in Pennsylvania before I had left. There's an original photo of the Smooth 6, because there was going away presents made for me and the recruitments. Yeah, so you know the Supreme box logos?
Yes.
Yeah, so what happened was we got a bunch of custom ones of those that said Smooth on it. Yeah, and that was the going away present for it. So they was Tavon's leaving, blah, 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 these are going away present. So then we had got the crew necks and everything too. Smooth wasn't even originally me, it was my homeboy Xavier.
Okay, shout out Xavier.
Yeah, shout out to Xavier. He's gonna laugh when he sees this, but he was the original Smooth and we was calling him Smooth. And then we just had made those because it had stuck. That was just our slogan that we would say and everything too.
You still have it?
No, fun fact, it washed off because it was years ago, so it washed off and everything washed away, but it's still a great piece. Shout out to wherever that piece is. But going away present, then I had left and I was in Florida, and then school was still happening and everything too. So when they had got back to school, people had seen that stuff post online because we had the group photo, and it kind of went locally viral.
Yeah,
everybody sees
I'm gonna have to need a shirt.
We need that. So they had went back to school that week, but I was already going to Florida.
Okay,
everybody came up. Yeah, I was going. Literally, my mom got the news that Sunday. We left that Saturday.
Dang.
She packed our whole life up. Shout out to my mother. I ain't gonna lie. She taught me that sometimes if you gotta move, you gotta get. With the swiftness.
No questions asked.
Yeah. So shout out to her. But they went back to school that day. A lot of people put up with a lot of cash.
Oh,
we want that. Hand them cash. So they had a wad of cash, and then they were like, nah, that's not what this is. This is a going away present.
Okay.
But that kind of sparked everything. Because when I was here in the summer, I'm like, damn, I kind of need to do something and pick up something.
I can't just be
Yeah, and I'm like, something was here with that smooth thing kind of thing. So that's when I started rolling into that, and then it just kind of like took off because I had nothing else to do.
All right, so. And look at us now.
Yeah, look at me here now, man. So yeah, definitely.
Tell us about this right here. What's this?
This. Put this in the camera. They gotta see this one right here. See this?
Oh, reliable.
Monumental piece. You see, like this is, the Honda Civic.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the 250,000 miles. Yeah, this is that. This is my Honda Civic. This right here, it's got everything. Like ideas, concepts that we had. Like I got a festival that I designed in here too as well. How I set up content rollouts too, by the books, like just all kind of photo shoots, set up galleries and everything. Like everything is like my compass in a way kind of thing too. So it was like, this was like really the start of it all. And I would always like, when I feel like I'm losing the way of everything,
you go through it again.
I just come back to this book.
All right. So using that, what would you say to people who are starting up, finding their compass, getting their thing together?
I feel like it's very important to remain true to that. Because I feel like, yes, when you turn everything into like, the business aspect, whether it's like, media, interviews, social media content and stuff like that, all of that, it's an amazing, beautiful thing. You connect with that. But I feel like all that comes when you keep the quality of what it is that you love. Like if you don't lose yourself from that and find that piece every single time.
That? Don't lose yourself.
Don't lose yourself. Because I feel like the best of things that had came to me was when I was really just focused on making quality pieces.
Okay.
It wasn't trying to like, do anything extra, be outside of myself or who I am. It was always just like, whenever I made that quality, good garment that I cared about, it expressed in that show. So I feel like always remaining true to that. Whatever your mission is, finding love in that and don't lose that. That's gonna be like the keyest thing, because I promise you, it will come. The water will come. The waves will come. Just build the boat. Build the boat. The water is always gonna come.
Like you just gotta work hard at it.
Build the boat, 100%, and that's what this comes in. This was the work that reminds me of who I was and where I started. So this was like.
And you're still using it to this day.
To this day, even though I got like maybe 10 pages. still using it to this day.
All right. So, what has been the biggest lesson or challenge as a designer and as a business owner?
Money is not everything. By a long shot. I've took on many projects that the dollar amount looked amazing, but as far as just the time frame, the skills, and then any other benefit that I got from it, it was just no good. Like it just didn't equate. Whether the time that I put into projects, custom projects, side projects, trying to like, make it look good because the dollar amount, like it rushed a lot of things. And that's where it starts to remove me, because it was kind of like a putting the money first kind of thing. So that was the biggest, toughest thing. So I would say it's just like, things sound like a very great idea, but you gotta say no. Like it sounds amazing to take on this. Like yes, I want to say yes, but sometimes you gotta say no. There's exclusivity in no, and there's power in no. So you gotta remember that too. So I feel like that was like my biggest challenge early on, because it was just like raise capital, get in whatever you can. But it's just like not everything that falls in your lap
is for you.
Yeah, like 100%. So I would say that's the biggest challenge, and killing motivation. I don't go off of motivation anymore. I feel like it's like a thing they try to sell you.
Okay, tell us more about that. Killing motivation.
There is times where I'm not motivated by a long shot. Like there's been times where, like it's just like, hey, you have this show coming up, you have this design coming up, like we got this opportunity, and it's like you gotta be motivated, you gotta feel good, you feel good.
Feel that rush.
Yeah, you want to feel like like you want to be on top of the world, but there's just some days where you just don't. Like you just don't. Like you're tired that day. You probably had a bad argument with a family member or something that's throwing you off.
Something like you feel like you should be excited about.
Yeah, so I removed that out the way, and I just realized it's the bigger mission. Good, bad, ugly, and indifferent. Like no matter how much the track may deter, you still gotta get back on the track. So removing motivation from my catalog was the biggest thing that I had to learn early on, because I would go months on end, kind of like a creator's block almost, where it's like I'm not motivated. But it's like you're not motivated, but you could have used that time to continue building that resume, continue building those skills kind of thing. So don't bet too much on motivation.
Don't let that burnout take y'all out.
Yeah.
Keep working, even when you're burnt out, try to do a little something.
Yeah, so for sure, that's how I feel about that with motivation.
Okay. Next up we have, as a young creative building something from the ground up, how has that been?
I only got 20 minutes.
Go ahead. Let them know.
How has that been? This has been the hardest thing that I've ever taken on by a long shot. Very difficult, but it's taught me so much about myself and it's brought me so much along the way. And I met so much great people, like I'm grateful for it. I feel like if it was handed to me, it would not be the same by a long shot. So I'm very grateful for what it taught me. It's grown me. It's in a weird way, it saved my life. Because if I tell people all the time, like if I had stayed in my hometown, I don't know what
would have happened.
Yeah, and if you would have told 15-year-old Tavon, this is where he's sitting at today, he'd be like, ain't no way in hell that I'm like making clothes and everything and stuff like this too. So it's tough, but it's what makes you hungry, you know, because when you start from the bottom, you have nothing to lose.
Absolutely right.
So it's just like, everything is just a risk. Take the risk, take the opportunity. You don't know until you find out.
No risk, ain't no gain.
Yeah, and it's like, just sharpen your tools every single time. Like you go through something, good, bad, ugly, and different, love saying that, sharpen it each time. See what you take from that and then reapply that too, because that's all you got at that point. Like,
it's true.
Until that big break comes, you don't know when that big break comes. So in the meantime, I like to see it as this. I just build a resume.
Okay.
Like that's just how I see it. Like even with the way I pull up my Instagram and structure my Instagram, I just keep posting. I post whatever. Like I don't really do anything like too fancy. I don't try to like dress it up, make it look nice. I just post how I feel, post how I go.
Yeah, you put it out there.
Because
like, be true to yourself and your brand. Like that opportunity's coming. Like I like to say, like, but you got to keep working for it.
Exactly.
Because
Like
you never know when it's coming.
Because it could land in your lap, but if you didn't do no work for it in the meantime,
you won't be ready.
It's gonna fall short. It's gonna look bad. So it's just like that's what I'm saying. Build the boat for sure. My big inspiration I used to draw from was like Virgil, Kid Super, and Jacques Moose. The way that they structure their Instagram is how I like to structure mine. They just post. So it's just like when I was younger doing this, I would literally just scroll to the bottom of like their 2,000 posts, 3,000 posts, and just see where they started. And I'll just scroll through and just like take it all in. And then now I think to myself, how I pay it forward is doing the same exact thing. Because I get people all the time like, how you start, where do you start? But I'm like, I just post. So that way they can, if they want to see insight,
they're gonna see it.
How bad the quality was in the beginning,
From
how rough, to now. Because it's like everybody just sees the now. They see it's almost like a 10-year journey almost. Like they're seeing the 10-year page, the last chapter, comparing it to their first chapter. But it's like, no, if you scroll through, you'll see that it was rough. I was trying to get it off with an iPhone camera, you know, my iPhone 10, you know, trying to record, making sure like,
holding the video,
you know, like it's knocked out of focus and everything too, but like it's all a part of it, you know, like
it's part of the journey, it's part of the process.
Yeah, so that's why I would say the hardest thing about building this from the ground up, but it's like I love everything about it. I really do. It's taught me a lot, and I'm grateful, very, very grateful.
All right. Next up, let's see what we got. All right. Is there a team behind you, or is this a solo mission?
I don't want to say it's a solo mission because nothing is solo. It just genuinely isn't. Like even down to like this setup right here. Like I'm not gonna act like I did this by myself. Like no, it's like not by a long shot. Like so, I've met a lot of people along the way that I always give my credit to. So yes, it was a solo mission in the sense of like the starting point to kind of like be that driving factor. But it's like as you build a team around like people that you, whether it's like a freelance job or like a friend that was like, hey, you know, I got a camera, like let's do this kind of thing, or hey, can I model for you and everything too. So it's like whether it was like legal documented team member or just a team member that was just around or a family member, like it was always in some shape or form a team effort. So it's just like I can't say I did this alone because it just wouldn't be fair to the amount of people that like contributed to this. Whether they came and did something for free work, I paid them to do work, or they purchased something from me. Like
it's a journey. Like
the people have to like me, so it's like, you know, it's a team effort of the community to fuck with me. Oh, can I curse on here? I apologize, I just cursed.
What you mean?
I was doing so good. I'm so sorry, my bad. But like having a community, like that's the team too as well. Like so, you know, I can't just. It's never a solo mission. Like it's 8 billion people in this world. Like it's not a solo mission ever. Like
absolutely right.
You know, yeah. So definitely a team thing.
Tell me about favorite piece that we got right here on this rack.
Favorite piece right now, I would have to say is between these two, definitely. This is definitely in the works for sure. This is coming soon. I did it actually.
Coming soon?
Yeah, I did a crazy photo shoot for this one that I have not yet to release. I did that photo shoot like 2 or 3 months ago, but this one is coming out too. I like it because it's kind of so like this is all me. Like I did the patterning, I did that. This is when I hunt the fabric in New York. Like when I go fabric shopping too. Like I picked all of that out too as well.
Import it.
So this one's a big one.
I seen that the Rebel.
This one was like. This was a last minute cook. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Last minute?
This is just like on the fly, like.
Chat.
I'm like,
Did he just say that?
this is real last minute. Like I needed to like make something that was gonna pop, like something that was like recognizable and everything too. So this came about. This was a fan favorite for sure. So this is definitely going in production. You know, winter season coming soon, fall season. You know, go ahead. Let me get out the camera.
Y'all telling me, look, this is last minute.
Let's go ahead. Let's interview the jacket real quick.
Like, let's get into the jacket real quick.
Know,
go ahead.
I try to keep it soft and everything too, but if you look at the details, it's the brain groove itself. Along with the brain, like the brain is my biggest thing because I feel like every idea you have starts with the mind. So like the brain was just the biggest thing because it's always a mentality thing. So I always based all of my designs off the brain grooves in some shape or form. And you know, there we are, man. This was
mind over matter. It's comfy.
Yeah,
it's very puffy.
This went crazy.
We're gonna drop in some clips from Rebel Fest. You're gonna see it on the floor modeling.
It's like 100%. But I got another color too.
Oh,
I don't got it with me though, but y'all gonna see.
Oh,
it's two colors though. It's two colors though, but that's going into fall season for sure.
What's your mindset when you're going in making a piece?
This is gonna sound insane.
Like, what's the start off?
Literally, once the idea comes to mind, I rush to execute it as fast as possible. Like that's gonna be my easiest creative process. The way I just figure it out along the way. So like same thing with this one too. I had an idea and I'm like, let's just see what we can do. I literally like it's like a pillow too, so it's puffed and everything too. So a little bit of a detail in there too as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so like that's just the mindset going into it. Like I tell myself, no matter what, finish the idea. Whether I like it, I don't like it, I hate it, I love it.
All the way through.
Yeah, and I did learn too. Like there's just designs that I've dropped that have brought me much success, and I hate.
Really?
I despise those designs. Like there's designs that's like, if you see on the page that went real crazy as far as everything.
You just like
behind the scene, I'll rip it out my catalog. I'm not gonna lie. So that's why I do create everything, whether I like it or not, because it's bigger than me now at this point, kind of thing. You know, it's what the people like, it's what the people enjoy. They appreciate me in my mind, so it's like I'm grateful to be able to do that. So
it's amazing.
I don't want to deprive nobody of the mind, essentially, kind of thing too. So these top two here. This one I was trying. Again, this is a rough design. I tried to do like a silk drop shoulder. Silk, it was working at first, but silk and oil don't work too well. So, and I'm an oil guy. I don't use lotion. I like oil. I'm an oil guy. Body oils is very important and essential.
And then we got another brain.
This one tier is just another tier version of that one. Like this is the one-of-one piece, and then this is kind of like, you know, the more mass production kind of
one
piece.
Of one.
I like to have the both.
If y'all trying to get it, y'all know y'all.
I got a lot of one-of-ones too, yeah. So if you need a custom piece, best believe I got it 100%. This one here.
Oh yeah, this cutout.
Yeah.
Of the brain?
That's like my bat signal. If you seen the Batman when they had draped up one of the officers on the light for the logo? Yeah, so this is kind of what that was for that piece. And again, once I seen the idea, I was like, let's just give it a shot, try it out. So it's like a cool cover up and everything too, but it is a cutout of the brain that we play off with. It's the same brain that's on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's that.
Attention to detail and craftsmanship, y'all.
100%. So
mind over mentality.
I try my best with that, and they all kind of play along with each other and tell a story, honestly. So that's kind of like what the inspiration is, because again, the brain is the biggest thing. Whatever idea you have, it starts with the mind. So everything else after that
100% right.
comes with it.
So how do you think you go about choosing fabric, or like coming together to make a collection or a piece? Because we know you had a fashion show, birthday bash coming up.
Yes.
For your man.
The way I see it, fabric tells a story. Like I learned that a lot, like especially being in those fabric shops, feeling everything. Like the moment I've touched fabric, it's definitely told me like, what does it come off at? Like what does it make people feel? Like the presence that it draws, kind of thing too. So, and I always like to like switch it up and add unorthodox pieces into that fabric. For example, like you'll see something that's like, why is it that fabric?
Okay.
Stuff that we would normally see, normally would expect. Like I'm like, no, let's swap it out. Let's see how we can, you know, manipulate that fabric and everything to like let it really tell a story. To kind of like create it into a whole new world, in a sense, to give it a whole new presentation. So it's more so stuff like that. It's like, because again, everybody can make a t-shirt. It's 2025. We got YouTube. We got resources. It's all of this.
Print press.
Anybody can make a t-shirt, but don't let that deter you though. If you start on a brand, by all means, start with a t-shirt. It's a very good. It's learning ground by all means. You all got stomping grounds, but I learned to myself very quickly that those next levels, you really got to see what you can do. So that's kind of what I base everything off of, like from that initial idea, and then how can I make it look the craziest once I translate it into real life. Okay. So that's really what it is. As far as my collections, I haven't been a collection guy too much. I was really more so just a piece by piece, and then it all just bring together. But again, since I draw inspiration from the brain itself, in the way it's like just one big collection that tells stories along the lines from like example, like from my starter work to like now and everything. Like it still all connects in a way because at the end of the day, it is still me. So that's kind of where I draw my inspiration from. That's as far as I go for storytelling. That's how I just see it, because the fabric tells a lot. And silhouettes. Silhouettes is a big thing too as well, because you can make a cool graphic, but the silhouette, how it captures when you put it on the body, like,
that's what really...
Yeah, like that's what I really got into. Like when I started picking up on patterns and learning patterning and stuff like that, that's when I was like, oh, I unlocked the whole new world of design.
Okay.
Yeah, like that's where you see, because of branding, like if you see that silhouette, you're like, oh, I know who this is. Like I know
you
that
can already
works.
tell, like,
yeah,
you know
like,
who made this shirt, like the way it falls on the body, the way
exactly,
it hangs.
like, oh, I've seen that before, like I've seen them do that. Like so when I see those higher designers and I recognize that, I'm like, that's the kind of work that I want to take part in and be of, because like that's where you like really cement yourself, because again, you're now telling your story more so than just like it being a graphic. They'll know like, oh, Tavon's great with leather, or Tavon like does this crazy silhouette. Like stuff like that is where
you start setting yourself apart.
Exactly, and everything, and finding identity. I feel like in the beginning it's like you know what you want to do, but then when you really start doing the work and falling into like your craft and seeing what works, that's where you really lock in with the identity kind of thing. So that's kind of like how my collections and my fabric, my pieces work. Like how do I raise that level?
All right, let's see. Last but not least, we got, how do you see fashion, culture, and community intersecting through your work?
All the time, in the most fluent way possible, honestly. It's a language that, whether we want to accept it or not, everybody speaks, because everybody wears clothes. Like, whatever statement that you want to say that day, like, if I throw on sweatpants and my Crocs, that's just me saying that, like, hey, I'm trying to get my day done. It's like efficient, low-key as possible, nothing crazy.
Yeah, not trying to not be seen, just in and out.
Exactly, and it's like, again, the community knows that. They'll perceive it as that. They'll be like, you got on sweatpants, you comfortable today. Like, you know, like, they'll know and everything too. Or when I put on a really good suit or something nice like this, they're like, oh, like, where you going? Yeah, like, where you heading kind of thing.
Where you going looking handsome like that?
Yeah, like, you know, so it's just like, it always speaks a language to the community and it connects, so it's just like, there's no way that I can't see it without. With the community and everything too, because it just tells the story, and this is how I tell my story. You know, how I present myself.
And it's a beautiful story.
You know, and I do. Thank you. I do appreciate that, because again, like, it's a lot of hours, a lot of days, a lot of months, a lot of years. So it's
I feel like that's something people need to push more to the craft. I feel like one of my favorite things is Kobe. You got to put in those 10K hours, those 50K hours, 100K hours.
Agreed.
Like if you want it, put in the hours to get the work done, to get it, even if you don't see it. Keep up that build up, keep up that progress, because you're gonna start somewhere where this wasn't even smooth. Now now it's all smooth. Like, work hard to get where you are, and don't let 100%. Any discouragement, don't let lack of work, lack of views, likes, see the vision yourself, and other people gonna start seeing it.
Agreed.
Keep going for it.
Agreed.
Like,
transparency on that. I don't want to talk about money ever. But there's been posts where I've gotten like 2 likes on it, and I made $1,000 from that piece. Like that's what I really, and I'm being transparent because there were times where I really lost a lot of motivation early on in my journey, and there's times where I really wanted to quit because of that, because I didn't hear stuff like that. So I'm going to say that now to whomever is starting their journey, whoever's picking it up, only because it's the fact that I didn't have that. This is me just paying it forward. Those likes, those views, it's cool, it's amazing, it looks very flashy. And also too, I've worked behind the scenes with people that had thousands of followers, and it ain't as good as it looks, by all means. So it's just, again, like you said, put in your 10,000 hours, everything else will speak for itself after that, because again, there's been times where that post didn't look like it was doing too good by any means.
But that's the one that's paying the bills.
Yeah, you know, like once I threw it on the website, they was like, oh, we need that. So it's just like, I'm trying to be as transparent as possible, because I'm just like everybody else, you know. I'm a human being just like you. I get up, I breathe, you know, it just is what it is. You can do it too.
Same 24.
Same 24, it's just what you do with that 24, and I learned that. Learned that, so definitely for that for sure.
All right, last but not least, last question we have for you is, what's the core message behind SmoothTheLabel, and what do you want people to take away from this interview?
Yeah, I would say everything starts with the mind. That's the core message, for sure. Because even when I create my pieces, I want them to, when they see that piece, they're like, dang, like this is an idea and it came to life. I think that's what I want everybody to take away from this, because that's why I like showing them the process, showing them what I do, because they're gonna see it as like, whatever it is, I can apply myself to that across any industry. Whether it's like, you know, you wanna be a doctor, you wanna be a lawyer, you gotta put in the work for it. You gotta do the studying for it too as well. The same way I learned these garments, I had to study, I had to put in work for it too as well. You always have to put in the work, but it started with an idea. The idea started with, you wanna be a doctor. You wanted to own a bakery, you wanted to create clothes. Like, it always started with an idea, and me showing the execution as much as possible and completing all my executions, they're seeing it as like, okay,
you're
he's doing it, he's
yeah.
going crazy, so like I can do that too. Like, I want them to feel like, you know, not a motivation thing, just a work thing.
Work ethic.
You 100%, so I feel like that's what I want everybody to take away when they see my design and stuff.
All right, y'all. That was episode 1 of the business storytelling series. We have SmoothTheLabel here. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. All right. We'll see you next time, Smooth. Plug in your information. Let them know what to expect.
100%. You can follow me on Instagram at Tavon Bennett. Like, you know, there's no crazy facade.
We'll put
Tavon
that right
Bennett right there too. TikTok page, SmoothTL. Instagram page, SmoothTL. And then the website, SmoothTL.com. I try to keep it as much clear as possible. You know what I mean? So I ain't gonna lie. But Tavon Bennett is the Instagram name. I'm not gonna lie. When I get the Tavon at alone, I might act a little brand
Yeah,
new.
you might
a little act brand new. Report that page for me. No, I'm just kidding. It's some random guy.
Help a brother out.
He just placeholding it. It's one of the random pages, so like, y'all help me out with that. But I'm just kidding. But.
All right, y'all. I'm your host, Metuschélah, and we will see you next time. TS Visuals out.